Good afternoon. It's been a busy week at Gaijin headquarters as they've been releasing dev blogs and news like crazy. I've been busy in my own real life, but I got this weekend to catch up. Biggest one for you is Winter Quest. That's right, not doing the whole piping at the lake thing this time because we got a lot of things to cover. Let's get started. I am Old Dead Man, your host. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to War Thunder's website as well. We're looking at the Winter Quest dev blog. We can kind of go through the details now. It is a very typical event now. Basically, you have 10 for each of the major types, 10 marks of distinction for ground, air, and naval. And for each of those, every 2 days, you have to earn 40,000 mission points. And you do that 10 times over 20 days, and you earn the prizes involved. So let's take a look at it. Let's get the details down. I'll kind of review that one more time. If you have questions, by the way, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. Let's get started. The Winter Quest, it's time to warm up in the battles here. Yeehaw. And we've got a couple of prizes that we can win. So let's go ahead and scroll on down here. For the low tier air prize, we have the late 298D. It's a float plane for the French tech tree. Now, France does not yet have naval, and this might be a harbinger of naval coming soon for France. Soon, not necessarily being the next patch. I don't expect that at all, just because they have said nothing about French naval in a very long time. But maybe soon. Maybe soon. So late 298D, nice little French float plane, rank 1. Then we have the ground tree prize, a T80UM2. And this is a typical T80, except it doesn't have thermals, which means it's going to be a little lower BR. But even so, it's a T80. As long as you're not trying to fight at night, you should be able to do pretty well. Then you have the Tornado IDS Marineflieger. Marineflieger. I wonder if that's how... I'll have to look up how you pronounce that sometime soon. Sorry to all the Germans out there. It's a Tornado, and it's a rank 8 event vehicle. So if you're expecting to grind out some of that German rank 8 aviation, and you are not quite there yet to have something you can work with, there's an event vehicle that's rank 8. It'll be good for grinding out your rank 7 and rank 8s. So this is the one that actually has me a little bit excited. Admittedly, my German air tree is pretty, I've got a couple of jets in it, and that's about it. If you're big in the naval, though, the USS Newport News is going to be a lot of fun. It's a U.S. heavy cruiser with auto-loading main battery. That's 8-inch guns on auto-loaders. I expect that one's going to be a real monster in the naval battles. So you've got a effectively not quite top-tier naval boat. That one, ship, sorry. Caught me on that one. But a near top tier heavy cruiser, and you've got a literally top tier event vehicle in the Tornado over here. So if you're looking for things that are going to really help you out, those two are the ones. The T80U, maybe not so much, mainly because I expect it to really suffer from the lack of thermals. The late 298D, it's rank 1. You're not, unless you're playing naval, you're not going to fly it much at all. You can also get some other prizes like these Winter Quest decals, the Secret Santa, the Times to Travel, the Weekend Climate, the Christmas Lights, and the Powder Day. You can get those at various points in the as you go through the marks of distinction. A Cuckoo Clock, or as we like to call it, a Cuckoo Clock, a Christmas Mill, and of course this cute player icon. And a few vehicle camouflages as well. So there's some interesting things there. Now, again, if you're going through that, you got the marks of distinction for each of the pilots, tankers, and sailors. Each mark of distinction is earned by earning 40,000 mission points in the relevant vehicle in the relevant game mode. Now, they don't have the achievements in the game yet, so I can't look at them to find out what restrictions are exactly on them. But most typically, you have you get bonuses for higher higher tier vehicles, and you get bonuses based on what mode you're using. So, for instance, and this is from memory, if you played Ground AB, it might be a 0.8 multiplier for being in arcade battles. And it might be a 1.0 modifier or 1.1 modifier for being in ground RB battles. And it might be a 1.2 or 1.3 modifier for being in ground SB, as in simulator battles. On top of that, you'd have multipliers for the BR. Usually if it's rank 3, it's like 0.8. And if it's rank 4, it's 0.9. Rank 5 was usually 1.0. Rank 6, 1.1. Rank 7, 1.2, etc. Again, that's just based on previous experience. I don't have those details there, but they will usually have those multipliers, and some of those multipliers work against you or for you, depending on how you look at it. So be prepared for that. Also remember, there's going to be a lot of crazy play during the time when these things happen. So start early on your mark of distinction. Sometimes I get really lucky by starting one late, like the night before it ends, just because most of the people who are playing in a more toxic fashion have finished their mark of distinction, and I can have a little bit more of a relaxed gameplay. That said, that runs the risk of not actually getting it done for my schedule. So keep that in mind. So 1 through 4 at rank 4 for pilots. Sorry, mark of distinction number 4 for pilots. You can get the late 298D and a coupon for a decal for the other two. You can get keys for the ice chests, which we'll be talking about in a little bit. Then you can keep on going down at level 8, at mark of distinction number 8. You can get the actual good prize, the Tornado, the T-80 UM2, or the USS Newport News. So that's the big one. But those are not tradable coupons. If you want to sell yours on the market, you got to go all the way to number 10. Now, these trophies they keep mentioning here, trophies with reward, the trophies have a few things in them. Nothing really exciting. The 50,000, 100,000 Silver Lions, always good to have more Silver Lions. Boosters, wagers, orders, universal backups, a day of premium, which to me never really pans out because I usually get it towards the end of my play day and then it's gone usually before my next one. Random camouflage for a purchased vehicle of any type. So something in your entire tech tree, you might get a camo for. Now these coupons for decals over here, you'll note that they also have, if you get all 5 of them, you can get this Dear Santa, I Can Explain, a little decal. That's cute. I think that's fun. And that should be a lot of fun right there. So a few things to collect. Again, as a reminder, mark of distinction, 40,000 mission points over 2 days. Do that 10 times. It starts on the 20th of December at 11 o'clock GMT, 11 o'clock AM. So keep an eye on that. And when you're ready to start, get right on it, starting on the 20th of December. Really simple. It's a lot easier than the old ones. The old events used to be where you'd have to be, they used to make you get a certain number of capture points, kill a certain number of vehicles, play a match where you got at least 5 kills, those types of things. The new thing on this one, which is same as the old ones, are these ice chests and ice chests and the almighty key. And this one you can get the chance to, and I do mean chance, to earn some pretty awesome rewards. The percentages for the good stuff, pretty darn low. If you play through the entire 10 days, you can get, I believe it's 12 total of the keys. And then you have to buy the ice chest itself. The ice chest is 10,000 Silver Lions, and the almighty keys for them are 50,000 Silver Lions. And these ice chests can have any of these items. I'm going to kind of scroll through it pretty slow here, so you can take a quick look and pause if you need to. I'm going to try and give it at least a few frames for each one. They have decorations, they have decals, they've got boosters, they got pinups, they've got Silver Lions. You got all these premium vehicles, though, but note that not only is that a low percentage, the Type 62 for Russia is 0.001%. So you're not likely to get that at all. Keep an eye on Tankenstein's channel. He likes to spend 1 million Silver Lions or something on getting these. Open them all and see what he gets. I am not planning something like that. My Silver Lions are better used for buying vehicles and things like that. There's also a New Year trophy, which you can buy for Golden Eagles. And this one could have these types of prizes. You have a guaranteed 1 day of premium account and 100,000 Silver Lions for the purchase of 999 GE. You get additional prizes, and these are the percentage chances of getting them. Another day of premium, 3 days of premium, or 7 days of premium. 100,000 Silver Lions, 250,000, 500,000, 1 million. Boosters and universal backups with additional random prizes of talismans for vehicles. There's your percentage chances for each of the ranks. And premium vehicles right there. And there's no list of them, but you have a chance of getting a premium on one of these ranks. Notice that it's 25% for rank 2, but only 20% for rank 1. That's a good thing. Most people can't use a rank 1 premium for much more than a little bit. Once they get right past rank 2, they're useless. Let me see. If you get a vehicle that's dropped that you already have, then they'll refund the trophy. So that'll be fun if you have all the premiums. You have a chance of having it refunded. Here's some additional ones that are not available for general purchase that were also in there. So just take a look at that on a scroll, or you just look at the link in the description below, which will be straight to this Devblog. Again, once more, if you're looking for your achievements, you can go into click on your nickname, your name, click on achievements, and click on Winter Quest. It's not in there just yet, but I expect it to show up sometime in the next day and a half or so, maybe 2 days. You can buy marks of distinction that you miss. It's 999 Golden Eagles most of the time. And you have to buy it by category. So you'd buy the one for planes, tanks, or ships. You don't get to buy one for all three. So keep that in mind. Again, you get your vehicle on the 8th mark of distinction. And you can trade that in for a saleable coupon at the 10th one. And that's kind of the details on the Winter Quest. Do you have any questions for me? Leave them in the comments below. We'll try and get that answered for you. The overall event is fairly garden variety. It's fairly typical. If you've played an event in last winter, it was nearly identical. And I believe the summer event, as I recall, was similar to this one as well. It's straightforward. You play the game. And if you play a fair amount of the game, you get some prizes. Pretty awesome in that regard. Problem is, it's Christmas. It's going to take up a lot of your time. Keep that in mind. Let me know if you're going to be grinding for these in the comments. You have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in War Thunder.